What's up, everyone? It's your boy ShowtimeDr. So I had some fun doing some Abyss yesterday. It's not one of the every 5 floors, but I figured you guys would like this because it kind of showcases Haste with a little bit of Bellona thrown in there, and just some overview. And I ran a kind of a weird combo here, so I wanted you guys to be able to see it. So we'll get moving here. In fact, let me turn the video speed up a bit. Just a bit. There we go. That's forward. There we go. Alright, so you see my comp there. I'm doing Haste as my tank. Now, Haste has a lot of health for tank, but it's only like 9100 or so. And this is floor 53, by the way. So I'll show you guys what's going on, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit about what everyone's wearing. So Katie's in the front. She has the relic that makes it so that 65% chance to dispel 1 debuff every turn. Pretty heavy health. And speed health is her step bonus. So Haste here, he's wearing the Daydream Joker, which is actually going to figure into his DPS later. And he also has a attack crit set. His crit is somewhere in the realm of like 80 to 90%. But his crit percentage, though, is like 190, so it's actually pretty damn high. And then Vildred, he's rolling the speed crit. His crit's at 92%. He's also using the Ranon's Memoriam. Buffs his speed every time he attacks up to 10 times. And then Bellona here, she's wearing, for her artifact, she has on the Bloodstone. It's actually going to be hitting pretty hard, but then she's rocking speed crit as well. I'd love to give her speed follow-up, but I just don't have enough good follow-up gear for her. So... And you see, we landed defense buff on everybody but the last guy, so at this point I was concerned. I was like, damn, is this like the last guy that rises? Because that's the way it is when you go into the portal sometimes, but I don't think that was the case here. So, a few notable things. A, Bellona's gonna get her ult off like crazy, which is great, but then B, her 1 actually does 4% of health base damage on top of whatever her damage is after mitigation, so it's pretty sexy. Especially if you're fighting someone with a lot of health, like we're gonna be fighting Sven here in a second. And then Haste got a similar little buff with his Daydream Joker. I believe that's at like 2.8% or so that I have it upgraded to. So he's hitting pretty damn hard. And then just Haste utility is just so good, it's amazing. But anyway, so that's basically what's going on with the gear here. So pretty much, this is a perfectly acceptable kill order if you're running an AoE comp. You can leave the last guy till last because he's a little bit tankier. And then just to get his other guys out the way, because I think they have some debuff. They have some debuffs that they put up. And then you just wreck this guy, so not too hard. Yeah, eventually I'm looking to like, I would like to get my DPS so good that they could be tanky enough that I could run without either a tank or a healer and just roll like either 3 DPS or 2 DPS and 1 semi-DPS that has more buffs. Or even in the case of like Yuna, once I get Yuna worked up, because she can do both basically, but she is still a true DPS. That's pretty rad. Anyways, we're working on this guy. Oh, that would have been perfect if this came on right when Sven came out. In fact, maybe I'll adjust that. Let's see. Come on, guys, don't let me down. I can't do that twice. Yes. Skill. Alright, so Sven has a fuck ton of health. Like, watch this first hit. I think he hits for about like 2800 or so. And then watch his health bar when it happens. It's pretty crazy. I'll tell you guys more about Sven in a second. I just want you guys to see his health. Alright, so 2360, look at his health bar, it barely even moved. I was looking at that, I was like, what the f this is gonna be a fun battle. And then there's that Bellona 4% there. 13,000 hit on top of her ulti. Getting that fat defense breakup, and then right here I was like, okay, let's just do it. Boom! It's 34k by Arky there. Woo! So, I'll tell you about Sven now. So Sven, what he does, when he gets to below 30% health, his speed increases. I forget by how much, but it's a fair amount. He also has invulnerability when he gets to 0 health. He puts up a big barrier that'll keep him alive unless you can dispel it. I think it lasts for about 2 turns. And then, when he's attacking you, it's usually not that big a deal, but if he ultimates, his ultimate hits everybody, and it hits proportional to his lost health. So if he gets it off when he's like under, say, 20%, he'll chunk you pretty good. You'll see that later on, what's going on with that. But you see here my focus right now, since everyone's got defense break, and just like get Haste out, and watch this ridiculous ass damage Haste does. Boom, dude. That is some shit right there. And then, of course, that little fang thing you see on Sven, that's the lifesteal buff. And then since Bellona has Bloodstone, we're just recovering health like crazy right now. That's why I can afford to not run a tank. That and Acades is just tanky enough that it works. And then he puts up that decreased hit chance, which is pretty nice. Well, in this group, you could just bring your AoE death teams, whatever they happen to be. Whether you got like Yuna or Clarissa or whoever. And then for those who don't know how Bellona works, because a lot of people, right when they got Bellona, they started clearing Abyss like crazy. And you see mine's only 45, she's not entirely built up yet. I don't even have like really super good gear on her. But she's still making a good impact. So Bellona, the way she works, she has a charge, I forget what it's called, it's like, you know, Rage or whatever. You get 5 stacks, and she casts her ulti from her 1 next time you use her 1. So, what you usually do, you start off with her ultimate, which will give you 3 stacks. And then hopefully at some point she'll get a follow-up. If she doesn't get a follow-up, that's fine, you can just use her 2. Her 2 does an AoE and it makes her immune to debuffs for a turn. And then her 3... or excuse me, her 1, you cast it, it does 4% HP damage on top of whatever damage she has. And then if she has 5 stacks after she uses her 1, it auto-uses the ult again without resetting the cooldown, so the cooldown's still going. Like if it was on 2-turn cooldown and her ult goes off because of her 1. And it can also work on follow-up attacks. So that's why Rosa Hargana is actually pretty nasty on her, because it gives her 30% extra attack on top of recasting her 1 again. So I've actually had some situations where, like, Vildred will go. Or vice versa, one of them will go, Vildred or Bellona. Vildred will get a kill and he'll follow up with his AoE. And then Bellona will follow up with her 5 charges right after him, because she had 5 charges at that point. It's pretty sick deeps, bros. That's pretty fun. Actually, to be fair there, unless I thought that she was going to get debuffed, I really should have just went with her 1 again, because her 1 hits so hard. Plus she has Bloodstone, so she's basically helping heal the party. That's pretty good, my team's coming along now a little bit. So, still gotta get Bellona where I want her. Vildred and Says, I won't say that they're done, but, you know, I'd have to get like a really good gear drop in order to get them some upgrades. And then Acades, I still gotta get her, I think it's her neck piece is actually really bad. but I just don't have anything better for the set bonus that I want, so hopefully I'll get a drop within the next few weeks. But you see there that 10k non-crit. That's pretty sexy. It's funny because the stage after this, they actually punish you for AoE, because there's a guy that counters every time you do an AoE. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for him. Here comes the fat heal. That was for Bellona. And then right here we got defense debuff up. Normally I want to save the burn for Haste, just because Haste 2 hits harder than Vildred's 3 on single target. So there's a little bit damage. I'm pretty proud of Haste's, what do you call it, mitigation now. It actually got a lot better. He used to be like almost as squishy as like Bellona is right now. Apparently I didn't feel like burning there. Oh well. Anyways, you see he's getting close. So here's his ulti when he's low health. Was that his ulti? Yeah, hits fairly hard, you know. So if you're like at lower than that. So you see right there, that was a combination of Haste. In fact, let me go back so you guys can see. Combination of Haste passive heal thing, as well as Bellona's Bloodstone. Actually, let me go back right here. Yeah. That's 2400 health. That was pretty sick. But right here, what's cool is since Haste has his debuff up, we can all just basically mitigate just by hitting him. And then right here, what I was going for, I was trying to get a bleed dot on him, because if someone has immortality, and you can get a dot on them, then that means that they'll do their immortality, and then the next turn they'll die, but in this case, he took his turn right after, so I wasn't able to like get his health lower. So that it could tick. But anyways, the shield would have blocked it anyways, it's coming up. So right here comes the finish, but bink. My man's immortal. He's on that Von Helsing stuff. And you see here, Katie's is getting pretty low. Her mitigation was just barely good enough to do this. It was funny. So right here, I'm like, damn, I don't have a Dispel. I gotta get this down. Because I thought it was gonna last for more than one turn, but I wasn't looking. Bam, 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 bam. So you see that? 598, sir. Yeah, if I burn her heal, she'll do about like 5,000, but just depends what's going on. And there's your fight, guys, so hopefully you were entertained. For everyone that thinks Haste is bad, LOL. For everyone that thinks Bellona is bad, no, I'm kidding. There's almost nobody. Anyhow, that's that for me, guys. So I'll be making some more videos today. Be looking forward to it. Miku-sama! I guess I'll do my promo. Yo, I'm ShowtimeDr, ShowtimeDr. You found my YouTube. Yamaste, namaste. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, link to my Discord, link to my Twitch. Check the title info, etc., etc. I got other stuff to do, so I'll catch you guys again later.